Defending in FC24 is one of the hardest things you're going to do in the game, right? Because even if you make a tiny little mistake, the opponent's going to beat you because of how pace works this year, and you're going to concede a goal. People have been conceding loads of goals this year, and it's just been very difficult. So to counter that, EA have given us advanced defending. Now, this new style of defending is a way to consistently do those physical shoulder barges, those seal out challenges, and instead of just letting the AI decide which one to choose when you press the tackle button, you can now choose whether you want to commit a tackle or you want to use the physicality of the defender to get the ball out. Posted a thread about this on Twitter, X, and it blew up because it is a new and consistent way of defending in FC24. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about advanced defending, how you can use it, what to do in game, what are some good positions to use it in, and when you should probably avoid it, and some of the mistakes that you can make, right? I'm going to be showing you clips of me playing it in game with my controller up there, and you can see the exact time where I press the button, and we'll go from there. We'll answer some of your questions, and it's going to be an in-depth tutorial of how to get advanced defending right in EAFC 24. Right, let's get the basics out of the way. Advanced defending just gives you the freedom to choose your tackle type. You press B or circle to attempt a stand tackle, and you press A or X to attempt a shoulder challenge or a seal out. This is different from previous years where you would just press the tackle and you would hope that the AI would choose whether to use the shoulder barge or to do the challenge. Now with advanced defending, you can manually choose which challenge to use depending on your position on the pitch. Now to do this, you got to go into game settings, under gameplay, go to defending and choose advanced defending, which will be different from tactical defending that we were used to in FIFA 23. Now we're going to be using this and showing you where best to use it and how it's going to make your defending experience in EA Sports FC 24 better. Right, let's get into it. Now, the first thing that I've been asked about advanced defending is whether you have to press the X or do you hold it. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. If you want to do the challenge, if you want to do the advanced defending challenge, you have to press X or A if you're on Xbox, and that will trigger the shoulder barge or the seal out challenge. The same button, if you haven't remapped it, is by default mapped to the contain button. So if you hold it, you're going to trigger the contain. The player is going to run towards the ball, towards your opponent, but it will not trigger the challenge. So you will not get the ball and you will run up all the way to the ball and not get it. So press X instead of holding it, right? Now I'm going to be showing you some clips and we're going to get into it. So my favorite position on the pitch to use these challenges, right? What's the best way to do it? Is to pull the opponent out wide into the wings and try to get the ball at the byline. Now, this is not going to be very difficult in FC24, given that everybody just loves to go down the wing to get that cut back inside. So you're already we're in a good place to use this, because the best place to use it will be on the wing. And I'll show you as the video goes on, right? So I'm going to press play and let's see. I think this one is Chiesa. It's not even an attack, it's a winger. Right. And now the video is going to slow down. Notice when I press the button, how he lunges into the challenge and gets the ball away from the Llorente. He's got, his physicals are lower, and he's an attacker versus a defender, but he still manages to do it, right? Now notice Grimaldo. He does it in a much cleaner way than Chiesa does. Chiesa is a bit explosive because of his rapid playstyle plus, but Grimaldo, to anticipate, is going to be a little bit better, is a little bit cleaner, and he's going to go in there, get the ball, get it done. Now, Frimpong, again, out wide, in front of the player, gets in there, gets the ball, and opens it up to a counterattack, and there you go, you have a goal. These are, honestly, my favorite places to try out. Advanced defending is in these places, and it carries the least amount of risk and the highest chance of a reward. If you can get the ball at your feet in these areas where the opponent is charging you, these are the best places to try it out. Now, the ideal place for you to be when you want to make this challenge is right in front of the player. You need to be facing the player, and the player should be running towards you. So get your defender or your midfielder, your defensive midfielder, in a position where the ball is coming towards you, and press X. That will give you the highest chance to get a clean tackle in. And I'll just give you an example here. Here's Emre Can. And just look at how cleanly he just swipes the ball away from Enzo Fernandez. And it just opens up a chance. It just gives you such a good chance to take a shot. I'm horrible at finishing. I'm still figuring that out. But here, take a look. Take a look at when the button is pressed. And it's just a single press. You're not holding it. You're not tapping it furiously. Just a single press and you cleanly get the ball out. Another great use of advanced defending is when you want to do a manual interception, right? And if you check out EA's pitch notes, they'll tell you that when you're selecting and controlling a player, the distance that they can intercept a ball is the minimum amount when the player is controlled by the AI. It gets a little bit more when you're controlling the player, and it gets to its maximum radius at which they can intercept the ball when you ask for interception, when it's a manual interception. Now, the way to do that would be to press X or A when the ball is getting close. And I'm going to give you a few examples of players you doing manual interceptions. Now, there's obviously playstyles such as intercept and anticipate that will work very well with advanced defending in these areas. But even without those playstyles, if you have a high enough defensive awareness, and your player will go in and get the ball. I'll give you an example right here. Now watch how Merchant gets it. Now this isn't just the AI selecting, being like, all right, we get the ball. Pay close attention. Look at the button. There you go. And just opens up the opportunity to rush out for a counter charge, right? Now, Chouameni. Again, Chouameni is one of the best CDMs under 10k, just the number of playstyles he has. But look here. Pass comes in, Chouameni goes in for the interception. And it opens up a chance yet again. And just the same pass from Chouameni, it opened up last minute chance, for the winner. I don't know if you can see the score here. I'm not sure if that recorded it. But yeah, it's Chouameni. And it's that manual interception, and it's one of my favorite ways to use advanced defending, sealouts and manual interceptions. Now, for the most part, I'm just giving you positive use cases. I'm going to get to the negatives, but right now I'm just trying to teach you where and how to use this to get the most out of this mechanic, right? There are going to be times where you'll have to tackle, we have to press slide tackle or stand tackle, which would be a better option, and there's going to be a learning curve. But it's going to be so worth it in the end when you can get it right, when you can get it going. And this is one of the best examples that I can give you. Now, for the most part, I'm just giving you the positive use cases of where this can be used, how it can be used, how it can be for your benefit. There will be times where a tackle or a slide tackle will be better, and it's something that you're going to have to learn as a player. Manual commands and manual gameplay mechanics this year the game has been tuned to work around them, and I think overall it's going to be a positive, but it's going to make it so that we have to work and learn this new game that's been given to us. It's got some of the old things, but there's some really cool new things for us to try out, and this, I feel like, is one of them. And yeah, just don't think that this is going to be a be-all and end-all for you. It's a new mechanic, works well with some players, works worse for the others, gives you a new dimension to basically try out. And we're going to get to the good and the bad. Let's keep going. Now, something that I would want to warn you about advanced defending is that there is a certain rate of error that will happen. Like, sometimes you will miss your challenge, your seal out, and that opens up opportunities for your opponent to just walk into space, right? So what I would suggest is playing the long game, playing the waiting game. Be a little passive. Pull your players back and wait for a moment where you have one man covering like the challenge you're about to make. Have one man covering the challenge that you're about to make so that in case you miss, there's somebody to clean it up for you. And overall, that just makes this whole thing better because you have one person physically blocking the player while the other defender can clean up the ball for you, right? Let's watch these examples here. Now, watch as we go in, right? This wasn't a dangerous situation per se, where like the ball was going to go out for a corner anyway, but it just really helps having both of your center backs in that position. That seal out right now, like Werner is going to do it, and just watch the first day. I miss it with Frimpong, and if I did not have Upamecano there, that challenge would have been an absolute like disaster for me because Warner would just have gotten space. Here, Kvaratskhelia, 5-star, 5-star, tries to do the trickster flick, and Upamecano, with his bruiser playstyle, just bodying him and blocking him, while my other player, Emre Chan, can just sweep up the ball. And that's what I mean when it's double teaming the people. Use your physical defenders to block the players, while somebody else can take the ball, either quickly play it out, clear it, whatever it is. Be careful, see if you can double team. And that's going to be a part of your defensive strategy. If you're using advanced defending, playing a passive defensive game and double teaming your opponent can really, really help. Okay, so now we have to talk a little bit about defensive strategy, right? It's all well and good to know when to make a physical challenge, when to do a seal out, but how do you set your defense up so you're not being caught out every single time, right? So I am personally not a fan of the whole 71 depth pressure that thing that we're doing with AI just presses the ball. It's going to get patched. The first game patch that comes out, it's gone. I would not rely on that. What you should rely on is setting your defense up in a way where you maintain the line. Now, maintaining the line is really, really important. It's incredibly important to keep your shape and to make sure that you're not pulling players out of position, opening up gaps for your opponent to walk in. For example, if your winger is coming back in, use your left mid, your left wing to track back. We're going to see some examples of how important tracking back can be, especially combined with advanced defending. But you have to maintain your shape. Don't pull your full back for a charge, leaving your center back exposed. Don't pull your center back into space, leaving space for a through ball. Always make sure that whatever you're playing 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, it's a 4-4-2, whatever shape you start the game in, make sure that when you're defending, that shape is maintained. And that way you're going to stop like a lot of the goals that you probably concede from going in. Maintaining your shape is extremely important. And it's if you can maintain your shape, you've got 70-80% of your work done. The tackling and the blocking will happen over the course of time. Just something that you have to learn. Here I'll give you a very good example of how important tracking back can be. So I've just taken a corner and I'm going to miss it. And the opponent is going to be on the counter attack. And just let's watch the video and see how it goes, right? So, I've got the ball, it's countering, playing down to his fast wingers. Watch as how the rest of the team tries to get into shape. Center back, full back. My left back is still tracking back. I've used my left mid Chiesa because he's fast, he's rapid, right? He's going to keep up with whoever it is. And there, boom. That challenge right there, that advanced defending challenge, with that tracking back is what allowed me to keep the ball. No foul, didn't get beat for pace. My defenders were all in shape. And it just gives you the best possible chance of stopping a goal from a counterattack. Right, I'll rewind this a little bit, and here you'll see the little blue bars there. You see the little thing on the top. That's teammate contain, the double R1 press. I use that just to make sure that that he doesn't get the first pass back, that quick cut. And here, just that's a lot of defending in FC24 is just that. Track your man's run. Get in between them and the goal. As long as you have a person between the ball and your goalkeeper, you have a chance. Alright, we're going to watch another video, another clip of how important tracking back can be and how it can allow you to be safe while still getting the ball back. This one is Grimaldo. In the clip, I could make a whole other video just singing his praises. My favorite left back in the game. Yeah, just watch. Maintain your shape. Keep pulling back. There you go. That's the ball. That's the challenge. That's the ball. Boom. Right there. Just like that. Keep tracking back. Maintain the shape. Maintain the 2 banks of 4. Brexit style. And you get it. You just get the ball. And that's it. That's how simple it is. So now we've gone through how to use advanced defending in high areas, with pressing high up the pitch against the wingers, against the fullbacks, against the charge, how you can use it to do manual interceptions and get the ball in the middle of the park, and how important it is to track back, how it can be used to and counterattacks, stop those pesky cutbacks. And I encourage you to stop this video right now. Stop it, pause it, go back, watch it again. Timing the challenge is important, and it's something that you're going to learn as you play the game, as you practice, as you get better. And if you want to know, if you want to like get a little bit more of an idea where it is, pause this, go back, go to the slowed down versions, see my controller, and just check when the button's being pressed. More often than not, I've gotten the timing right, and in practice, you'll do it too. All right, now that we've gone through that, now is the time for me to be completely honest with you. This isn't a perfect defending method, right? This isn't perfect in any sense of the way. It's got its own flaws, and you can't just use the shoulder challenge or the seal out every single time. There are times where you need to press tackle, you need to press circle, and you need to press B and get that stand tackle in, get that slide tackle in, and that will be the better option there. I'm going to show you a few clips of me making a mistake trying to do the shoulder challenge where I probably shouldn't have been doing it. And you'll get to see some of the mistakes that I've made and something that you can avoid and learn from my own pain. Let's get into it. Right, now watch as my opponent moves across the pitch and moves the ball there, and how I'm trying to do the advanced defending shoulder bar challenges, and how I completely miss it, right? And just concede a goal because of a mistake. Right. And right there, see where Upamecano was there. He was trying to do the shoulder barge. I'm going to circle it up here. Now Kimpembe tries to do it, misses it. Upamecano's too far away. I should have pressed circle or X there to do the challenge, but instead I tried to do the shoulder barge and completely missed. Here, Frimpong, same thing. Kimpembe, same thing. And it's a litany of these mistakes, right? I'm going to let this play, and we're going to pause it, rewind it, go over them again, right? Go back to this right here. See? If I press tackle here, right? I get the ball, and the attack ends there. No, press A, goes all the way around, right? He's a little too far away. He gets close here. Right here, if I press B or X instead of my shoulder barge button, I will be able to get the ball, stop the ball. If not get the ball, stop the challenge, put something in there. But he's too far away, he's trying to do the shoulder barge, completely misses it there. And these areas, if you're far away, if you're not close enough, if you're not facing the ball, like I told you before, it's better to do a standing tackle or a sliding tackle, depending on how far away you are. Especially with players that have the play styles that will make them even better. Stop the ball at their feet, right? And just concede a goal here because I'm trying to use challenge, right? Here, I'm going to pause at the right moment here, right? And Musiala is using the R1 controlled sprint. It's going fast. Right here, if I press a slide tackle button, I probably get the ball. Either the ball goes out or I get a yellow card. Either way, the attack stops, right? I hesitate. I do the shoulder barge. Completely miss it. Musiala's free. Kimpembe is going in. Now, the angle at which he was running, this is just bad defending for me. I should have kept running in the right. I had the right lane. I just shifted it because I thought if I get close enough, I could do the shoulder barge. Instead, hesitate, give Musiala more space, and just you can see what happens. Get the goal. Right here. Tried the challenge, actually got close to Werner, but missed it. He was able to get through. I think it's the evolved Timo Werner, so he's a little bit more physicality. And because I've missed that, right? I've missed that. I don't have a player to do it with me. I don't have somebody double pressing him. He goes free, gets the pass off to Osimhen. Just nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. After that, there's nothing for me to do. And these are the areas, these are the kind of positions that you'll get into where you'll think that, oh, maybe I should have shoulder barged, but a tackle or a slide tackle would be better there. So a rule of thumb that I've, just figured out while using advanced defending as much as I have is that you have to, like in this case, in the case of Frimpong, not this one, where is he? Jeremy Frimpong, right? Right here. If the distance between you and the runner, is significant, you want almost need to press the tackle button, because what the tackle button does is lunges. You lunge for the ball and you get your tackler's feet between the player and the ball. The advanced defending challenges, the shoulder seal outs, they're more meant for balls that are closer to you, and you keep the ball, you absorb the pressure, you absorb the run, take the ball, run away. Here, what you need to do is press the tackle, just get the ball out, just get the ball away. Make sure to have the player running at you, running towards you. The Frimpong is like grossly out of position. If Frimpong was in the position that he was meant to be, if he was defending right back instead of just all the way out there advanced, and Musiala was running towards him, a seal out would have been perfect. But because he's charging from behind, because he's not close enough to tug at his shirt, to push him off the ball, that's when you tackle. And that is generally what I would suggest, to use that tackle button and get the ball away. When the shoulder challenge is not going to work out, when you're not close enough to the opponent to actually physically get the ball, that is when I would suggest to using the tackle button. Now, at the end of the day, there are going to be other ways to defend in FC24. Tactical defending is still a viable option. It's not like it's completely outdated. You can still use it if you're finding advanced defending difficult. I have found advanced defending, personally, with the way that I defend, to be a consistent, strong way to defend in FC24, being able to climb up divisions and just protecting yourself in this new game where defending is harder than it's ever been, in my opinion. And yeah, that's it. That is the ultimate tutorial for advanced defending in EA Sports FC 24. If you've watched the video till now, leave a like, share, subscribe. It really, really helps me. We'll be doing more tutorials all over the year. We're doing content, RTG. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. But until then, I've been Nafil. It's been good talking to you. Cheers.